So fill me in. What's going on?
Absolutely, yeah. Some great things, some tough things, but yeah, I reached out to you about what I think could be a great thing. Yeah, it's just kind of a referral through my paralegal that I've been working with for a while that has a connection at this firm out probably 3 or 4 hours away, and they kind of have a bunch of business clients that have a need for estate planning, and they want to continue their relationship with those clients. And then I guess they have connections in their area where a bunch of other people want to refer this work to them, even though they don't have any desire to do it or any expertise in it. So yeah, it could be a huge pipeline potentially for me. I mean, I'm a little concerned about being able to handle it, but I also I think that's been probably the tough things for me recently, just trying to get out from under some of the types of work that I've taken on the first couple years of practicing that are still kind of hanging around, um, that are kind of still, I don't know, I feel like holding me back a little bit, and really trying to niche into kind of like you always recommend to us, of not taking everything that comes through the door. And that's taken me a while to
Undo.
take my lumps on that and undo. Yeah, for
So,
sure.
so I want to just check in with you about this because I think this will help a lot of folks that are here. How long have you been with us now?
It's been a little over 4 years, maybe closer to 4.5.
Amazing. And when you first started with us, you were brand new to estate planning and your own practice?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you look back now at the things that you took that you wish you hadn't, can you just tell everybody here what, now having been doing this for 4.5 years, if you could go back and give yourself the advice from the beginning that you wish you would have had then, or you wish you would have listened to because maybe you did have it, what would it be on taking on these things that you are still dealing with now?
I think my first piece of advice, I think there's partially for me, there's an economic part of it, but then the other part of it is just genuinely wanting to help people. So I think maybe the first thing I would say is there are going to be people that come in, or there have been friends of mine that have come in, and referrals from close friends, and that's been a lot of the stickiness that I really wanted to help in the situation. Felt like I can get into this and learn it and genuinely help, which I think has been true for the most part, but it's also come at a real drag on getting really good at other parts of the business, because there've been learning curves on so many different fronts. So I think that's one thing of just because I can help doesn't mean that I'm the best person to help or that it's the best business decision to help. And yeah, probably the other part is the economic part of it. Might feel, I think I would have said to myself back then, like it is going to probably be some months like a short-term hit to the bottom line by not taking on these cases, but in the long run, it's going to be so much better if you really get good at one thing first, and then you have options to expand. But I think I tried to get good at a lot of things at once potentially, and I probably didn't realize how many things I was trying to get good at as I took on different things. And yeah, it just really has been tough to really the business owner learning curve and the estate planning learning curve, and just all the different just the counseling and scripts and all those things. It's just, the more I've spread myself out, the tougher it is to really become an expert and really become comfortable with each thing.
Yeah. And so would you have gone into debt or savings rather than taking on those clients if you could do it all over again?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess that was part of it. I never had to do that, and I had used up some of my savings kind of figuring out my life before I I started doing this. So maybe that was part of the crunch.
Yeah.
for
You didn't
sure.
have it to do. You had to take on that work, it sounds like.
At least I felt that way.
Mhm.
I had, I'm sure there were other options available to me. And I remember listening to some of your presentations about how to wisely take on debt and plan for that and all that. But yeah, I guess I had a mindset of not wanting to take on debt.
Yeah.
And I think I just had a mindset of wanting to bet on myself and I can figure this out and I can learn it. And I don't think that was necessarily wrong, but there's just limits of like you pay a price for that just in the time that you have to spend and the amount of effort and energy and the amount of things that can go wrong, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I want to encourage everybody who's hearing this to know that money debt is way better than time debt. We don't think of time debt because culturally people don't tell you not to go into time debt. They tell you not to go into money debt, but time debt is way worse because you can always make more money, but you can't make more time, as showing you today.